Okay, let me get rid of those things on the screen. Sage is packed really tight.
That's a new lighter.
Lighter. Okay, well, hey, wait a minute. My sage isn't going. I need that lighter back. Blinded by the light. Alrighty, well, ana gadi wahi ga joke was what I'm seeing snarty. Gazita Rio Yujits Kawinoji and Dudget Square in the star, Ronata Aroni. Detini wada do Garunga Gari Odessa, yet the Sota as a tanka Garako dano, yet in the stars in Hunzagi, Gueguskat Neganungue. Detini wada do a so year and to Kundun heads that Gawas dano. Grades any Ganyat Regera than a Guego of Quatri and Nukasuma. Detinu wada the Yeti Sota Gunhan there on the headstone. I'm gonna go here that how quite Damdawi are on headstone because it's Stasser and a Ganungue, Damdawi are on headstone and a Guego on a Gorgayana Dasarago and Ascana. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it at that. This is a very different Zoom that we're just trying out tonight. We don't know if we're going to continue doing this. This is because, as some of you may know, that we were doing the Ganya Geha class for years now. We were doing it on Saturdays, and then it just stopped. Our Ganya Geha teacher, Wayagirdo, he had some issue that he didn't agree with what we were doing, and so he pulled himself out of the Ganya Geha classes. So we're not sure if we're even going to do this or not, the Zoom on Saturday nights. It's a matter of that we have been doing this for years, like we said, and maybe as a feeler, we're just trying it out. Maybe 1 or 2 times. We're not sure if we're going to do it every Saturday, maybe one Saturday a month, maybe I was thinking maybe on the half moons when the doors are opening and closing, because we're doing the full and new right now with other Zooms. So I'm thinking maybe we're gonna shift this, not instead of doing it every Saturday, it would be to the Saturday closest to the half moons. So I don't know. I don't even know what the hell to talk about. What do you think? It's up to you. There's only a couple of us here anyways right now, but what do you think? Do we need, do we want, not a matter of need, but do we want to continue to have these on Saturdays? It might be, it's only from 7 to 9. It might be a good way to continue our communications, you know, to have where people know that if there's something that you've experienced or something, you know, during the week, that you know that, well, there's a place Saturday that you can come and you can address it or talk about it. But then again, there's the Wednesday Zoom anyways. So I don't know. This is something for us to discuss. We could get our Saturdays free until maybe, I really don't know if we're going to find another Ganyan Geha teacher, somebody that that we can trust to share the proper language, you know. So I don't really know anybody that's going to fit that bill, but maybe we will. I don't know. So for those of you that are here, what do you think? Do we just stick with the Wednesday Zooms, or do we continue with Saturday? You know, Wednesdays are pretty tight. They're pretty packed anyways, but I don't know if we need 2 nights, Wednesday, Saturday. I don't know. What do you think? Whoever's here, let's hear what you think about this. What do you, who's with us on the Zoom?
Mary had muted himself. Mary Claude raised her hand. There's Elsa and Angel.
Okay, well, let's listen to the people who are out there first.
So go ahead, Mary.
Okay, I'll briefly introduce myself. Merrick Gidget, Yonja Pala, Yonja Yotis. So I introduce myself as Merrick, son of Pala, under the temporary protection of the Bear Clan. Y'all already know me, but I'll introduce again. So just this is kind of my first thoughts that come about it is what I've always really appreciated about the Saturday Zooms in comparison to the Wednesday Zoom is that I find that we've learned the most, about the, the Great Law of Peace and just Ganyan Geha and like that. I've really appreciated that we've been able to go deeper into like the Ganyargahaga understanding and closer to the mindset. Whereas on the Wednesday, it's a little bit more, addressing a lot of different things. But that's what I've really liked about, the Saturday Zooms. I don't know exactly how we could get more of that, but that's just my first kind of 2 cents that I wanted to share. So, To.
Okay, in response to that, I'm thinking right away, as soon as you said that, yeah, of course, that's right. But now I'm thinking, how can we do that without the Ganyangeha speaker? Well, we can do that by quite simply going over the old classes, the old classes that we done about the Guyana Rasidas Kanagoa and revisit them. We could maybe expand on them, go deeper, like in meanings and that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that we don't have to go any further. It's a matter of, providing that which makes it easier for us to understand law. Like you said, the Wednesday stuff, this is stuff dealing with things. So it's like, that's individual issues that law addresses. But to know law, yeah, we have to have a separate time where that can be delved into. Okay, so then I don't have to ask anybody else. I don't need input from anybody else to know that this is what we have to do. But then for tonight, we're obviously not going to do that here tonight because we would have to go back and start getting the old Ganyageha classes. And that started like, geez, I think it's like 10 years ago, something like that. The first time that we started with Wayagero, more than that even. Yeah, way more than that. It must be, holy crap, maybe 2009.
More than, yeah.
Maybe even a little sooner, earlier than that. Anyways, we'd have to go and we talked about this, I think, a couple of weeks ago. I'd have to bring in some old computers that died, and I have to get the hard drives out of them, which has a lot of the old classes on it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll continue next Saturday, but we might not do it every Saturday. Maybe during the summer, what we'll do is every second Saturday. And then in the winter time, we'll go into every Saturday because this way people can have their free time. Some people like to go and do stuff on Saturdays, early. So, Okay, so next week we come back and we start revisiting the old Ganyangeha classes. So we might not have it in chronological order because depending on the computers, I got 3 computers that died, and I got to get the hard drive. So it depends on what we can get out of there. So next Saturday, we'll start going over revisiting the old Ganyangeha classes from who knows when. I don't know when we started them, over 10 years ago. Okay, so for tonight, anybody got anything that they want to relate while we're here? Take the opportunity. If not, then we'll just close up and say we'll see each other next week. Okay. All right. Looks like we're gonna have a free night. Woohoo. Oh, I'll say something here. It's about the Ganyangeha class. And it's about taking drastic action in times where there's a lot of uncertainty, times where we're being pressured by all sides, and this makes for a hyper I don't know, tension. If you got something pressuring you on the right, like something's bothering you, and there's something on the left that you have to deal with, then that pressure from the right, it could be overpowering. It could be it could carry over into affecting what you're doing on the left. So this is to say that all of us in these times, especially when we know that we're nearing to the 9th moon, that we'll say this is different than any other year, any other time ever. And so whether or not anybody believes this, well, there is only a moon and a half left to the 9th moon. So if for the next moon and a half, that if you can postpone any kind of drastic decisions, any kind of judgments that are gonna be fatalistic, that are gonna be finalized, like even between if you, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, if you are having issues or problems right now, try to write it out. No matter what you're in, if it's business, if it's in a personal relationship, if it's even some art project you might be involved in, and you're at a juncture in a road where you're like at a stalemate, where you know something is going to happen or something. Try to write it out. A month and a half, a moon and a half. Try to write it out. Avoid making those drastic decisions. Look at what happened here. Why Gerdo making the decision that he made. Now, for him, it doesn't bother him. It doesn't affect him. He's got the language. But now for us, in spreading the language, getting the language out there, that's not, now his decision affects the ability to do that. Now, if he would have taken the time to speak with people about it, to inquire about what his issue was, then maybe this decision would not have taken place. So anyways, just to exemplify this for everybody, these times are putting a lot of pressure on everyone. And this pressure could interfere in other things in our lives. So just keep this in our minds and try to be thoughtful of others. Try to be respectful. Try to give benefit of the doubt until you find out all the facts, all the truths about whatever circumstances may be. And this way, avoid any kind of abrasive abrasive relationships, any kind of adversarial, whatever. There's no need for that. In life, there's no need to put up with any kind of adversarial relationships. If you are in, or somebody's affecting you with an adversarial relationship, just leave it. Just get the hell out of it. You don't have to be troubled with people who want to make trouble. You don't have to have that in your life. And at the same time, those who do that, well, they are making more trouble, not only just for themselves and the people that they're directly affecting, but it affects way down the line, because this division ultimately will come back and slap everybody in the face, no matter what side of the division you're on. So like this thing here, now we're divided with Wayageru and another division for Ganawagi. It's a stupid thing of the people of Ganawagi. More stupidity in Ganawagi. And so try to keep this example, use this example of Ganawagi to keep stupidity out of your life. Learn how. Don't be so drastic, so fatalistic in your decisions or your choices without having all the information, without knowing all the facts, because then it's only going to be bad for you. And it'll have ripple effects, negative ripple effects, in this case, upon the language. So everybody just try to practice this, try to be respectful, try to hold out for a moon and a half. That's not long. You can hold your breath now for a moon and a half. So, okay, we'll leave it at that and try to focus more on your Honda Gari Wadekwa. Focus more on this, because this will make, when things around you or people around you are falling apart and not making sense, well, your Honda Gari Wadekwa is going to keep you solid, keep you thinking straight, keep you within logic. So yeah, stay focused on your expanding your Honda Gari Wadekwa. And this, like we says, it's not you don't have to have the Ganyangeha language for that. Your Honda Gari Wadekwa, this is done in the language that you understand, the way that you understand it. Of course, you could expand on it into Ganyangeha, just like you could expand on it into any language. So yeah, but focus on expanding your Honda Gari Wadekwa. Okay, well, Yizagahawe, how do you say that?
Ayasumanodo.
Ayasumanodo. Yizagahawe, Ayasumanodo. Time to close. Can't call it a Ganyangeha class, but just time to close this little small discussion here tonight to carry over from the Ganyangeha Zooms that we were doing. As some of you may know, if you were attending the Ganyangeha classes, they came to an end 2 weeks ago. So we're going to be revisiting them starting next Saturday. The Ganyangeha classes will continue. Wayageru will still be there, but not in live in person. It's going to be the old videos of the classes that we've done before, and revisiting and rehashing, not re-going over those things, practicing it, fine-tuning our language skills that would to whatever degree that we have it now. Okay, so ayuki again ha yati sota gunhan nero na the hetsten gonna go rear that habakwe. Ayuki again ha dam dawi on hetzer gazat stasana ne gunungwe. Dam dawi on hetzer ne asat niga darge ne ganyaga haga radinato no nata runi dono discareoge. Dam dawi gwego on a go to gayana rasara go in eskana. Dogatena na hoda yadaksum. Air to South, air to South, air to South. Kenya has a wage in Jamaica. So, okay, so see you next Saturday. Oh.